Flight attendants reveal 10 mistakes that make long flights exhausting. Flight attendants can usually spot the exhausted passengers before the plane even takes off, not by their age, by their habits. The traveler clutching coffee at boarding, the one wearing tight shoes on a 10-hour flight, the passenger who packed medicine overhead, the person waiting for the meal cart like it controls the whole night, the one saying, "I'll sleep later," even though long flights do not work like that. And by the time the plane lands, the same passengers look drained. Dry mouth, swollen feet, stiff knees, heavy eyes, foggy head, aching back, and that strange feeling where you slept a little, but somehow landed more tired than when you boarded. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 10 long flight mistakes flight attendants see again and again, the ones that quietly make passengers miserable, especially travelers over 60. And I'll give you the simple fix for each one, so your next long flight does not steal the first day of your trip. Stay with me, because number 4 looks like a small comfort mistake, but it is one of the fastest ways to land stiff, cold, and completely worn out. Before we start, quick question. After a long flight, what hits you first? Stiff legs, dry mouth, headache, back pain, or jet lag? Tell me in the comments, because your answer may help another traveler prepare better. Number 10. Boarding with an empty battery body. Some passengers board the plane already exhausted and expect the flight to fix them. Flight attendants see it all the time. The traveler who packed at midnight, the one who woke up at 4 in the morning, the one who skipped breakfast, rushed through security, drank coffee, and arrived at the gate already running on stress. Then they sit down and say, "I'll sleep on the plane." But a plane is not a bedroom. It is dry air, noise, meal service, announcements, seatbelt checks, bathroom lines, and a seat that barely lets your body relax. If you board already drained, the flight does not reset you. It adds pressure to a body that was already behind. For older travelers, this is where the trip can start going wrong before takeoff. One bad pre-flight night can turn into a rough arrival day, slower recovery, and that heavy feeling where you reach the hotel but have no energy left to enjoy anything. The fix is to treat the night before the flight like part of the flight. Pack early, put medicine, passport, glasses, phone charger, and travel documents in place before bedtime. Do not leave the stressful jobs for the morning. And if you know long flights hit you hard, give your body a calmer start. Flight attendants cannot undo a bad pre-flight night once you are in the air. They can bring water, pillows, and meals, but they cannot give you back the sleep you threw away before boarding. The next mistake is worse because it tricks passengers into thinking they are resting when they are actually setting up jet lag. Number 9. Sleeping when the cabin sleeps. The cabin lights can lie to you. Just because the lights go down does not mean your body should sleep. Just because everyone closes the shade does not mean your destination is ready for night. And just because you feel bored does not mean a long nap is the right move. Flight attendants often see passengers sleep through the wrong part of the flight, wake up for the wrong meal, then land at breakfast feeling like it is midnight. They technically rested, but they rested against the clock they were flying toward. That is one reason long flights feel so confusing. You doze, wake up, eat, doze again, land, and have no idea whether your body should be starting the day or ending it. Mayo Clinic's jet lag guidance says travelers should sleep on the plane if it is nighttime at the destination, but resist sleeping if it is daytime where they are going. It also notes that older adults may need more time to recover from jet lag. The fix is simple. Change your watch or phone to destination time as soon as you board. Then use that clock to decide when to sleep, when to stay awake, and when to keep naps short. If you land in the morning, do not sleep so deeply at the end of the flight that you arrive foggy and useless. If you land at night, protect your sleep window instead of watching one more movie just because the screen is there. The goal is not maximum sleep. The goal is useful sleep. Most passengers ask, "How can I sleep more?" Flight attendants know the better question is, "Will this sleep help me when I land?" Number 8. Drinking comfort instead of drinking water. A drink can feel helpful and still make the flight harder. Coffee feels like control. You are tired, so you drink it. You are nervous, so you hold it. You do not want to miss anything at the gate, so you drink another one. Alcohol feels like relief. A small wine with dinner, a drink to calm nerves, something to make the flight pass faster. But flight attendants see the result hours later. The passenger who cannot settle when the cabin finally gets quiet. The one who wakes up with dry mouth. The one who keeps pressing the call button for water after spending the first half of the flight drinking everything except water. Cabin air is already dry. Add caffeine late in the flight, add alcohol, add sitting still for hours, and you may land with a headache, dry eyes, heavy legs, and that strange foggy feeling that people blame on the airplane. For travelers over 60, dehydration can show up quietly. You may not feel thirsty at first. You just feel tired, dizzy, irritated, or slower than usual when it is time to walk through the arrival airport. The fix is to make water the boring default. Use caffeine early if you need it, not close to the sleep window. Keep alcohol light if you choose it at all, and keep a water bottle or cup where you can reach it without waiting for the cart. Do not let your drink plan fight your sleep plan. A long flight is already drying you out. Do not help it. The next mistake looks harmless because everyone does it when the tray arrives, but flight attendants know it can ruin the first real chance to sleep. Number 7, letting the meal cart decide your night. The meal cart does not care when your body needs rest. It comes when the airline schedule says it comes. And because food is suddenly in front of you, many passengers eat everything. Main dish, bread, dessert, juice, coffee, maybe a snack saved for later. Then the cabin finally goes quiet and their body is busy digesting. Flight attendants see this pattern on overnight flights all the time. Passengers eat a heavy meal, drink something sweet or caffeinated, lean back, and wonder why they feel uncomfortable instead of sleepy. The problem is not always the food. It is the timing. In June 2026, Reuters reported that Qantas has been studying ultra-long-haul flights around sleep, light, movement, and meal timing. That matters because airlines themselves are treating long flight fatigue like something that can be managed, not just endured. For older travelers, a heavy tray at the wrong time can mean reflux, thirst, bathroom trips, blood sugar swings, and a sleep window that disappears before it ever starts. The fix is not to skip food. The fix is to stop treating the tray like a command. If you need to sleep soon, eat lighter. Avoid late coffee or tea if you are trying to rest. Keep a small snack nearby so you are not forced to overeat when the meal arrives. Flight attendants can serve the tray, but you decide whether that tray controls the next 6 hours. Now pay close attention, because the next mistake does not feel serious in hour 1, but by landing, your legs know exactly what happened. Number 6, waiting too long to move. The worst leg discomfort on long flights usually starts quietly. At first, you are fine. Then your knees feel a little stiff. Then your shoes feel tighter. Then your ankles feel heavy. Then your lower back starts joining the conversation. By the time many passengers decide to move, their body has already spent hours locked in the same position. Flight attendants notice the difference between passengers who move early and passengers who wait until landing. The early movers look calmer. The late movers stand up slowly, grab the seat back, and take those first stiff steps into the aisle like the flight aged them. CDC guidance says long periods of sitting during travel can increase the risk of blood clots for some travelers and recommends moving legs frequently, doing calf exercises, and walking occasionally when possible. For senior travelers, this is not just about comfort. If you have swelling, circulation concerns, recent surgery, heart issues, or a clot history, long sitting deserves planning before the trip, not panic during the flight. The fix is to move before your legs complain. Do ankle circles, lift your heels, lift your toes, tighten and release your calves. Stand or walk when the seatbelt sign is off and it is safe. If movement matters more than sleep privacy, consider an aisle seat. Do not wait until your body sends a warning. On a long flight, prevention feels boring. Landing stiff feels much worse. If you have ever landed and felt like your legs belong to someone else, this is exactly the kind of small mistake that steals the first day of a trip. Subscribe now, because this channel is here to help older travelers arrive with more energy, not just more miles. Number 5, choosing a seat for the wrong reason. There is no single best seat. That is what many passengers get wrong. The window is good if your goal is sleep and you do not need to get up often. The aisle is better if your body needs movement or bathroom access. A seat near the lavatory sounds convenient until you spend the night hearing doors, flushing, footsteps, and people waiting beside you. Flight attendants understand the cabin like a moving neighborhood. Some rows are quieter, some rows are busier. Some seats look good on the map but become stressful once service starts. A June 2026 Southern Living article using flight attendant input noted that seats near lavatories and galleys can be worse for rest, while seats in the front half or over the wing may feel smoother or quieter depending on the aircraft and route. For older travelers, the mistake is choosing by habit. I always take the window. I always take the aisle. I like being near the bathroom. But a long flight is not about habit. It is about solving the one problem that usually ruins your trip. The fix is to choose the seat based on your biggest weakness. If you wake easily, avoid lavatory and galley traffic. If your legs get stiff, do not trap yourself at the window for 12 hours. If bathroom access matters, take the aisle but protect your shoulder from carts and passing passengers. A good seat is not the one the internet calls best. It is the one that protects you from your own most predictable problem. The next mistake is even more common because passengers dress for the terminal, then suffer inside the cabin. Number 4. Packing your warmth overhead. The terminal makes bad clothing decisions feel reasonable. You walk, you rush, you feel warm, you take off your jacket, you put the layer in the roller bag. Then the plane climbs, the cabin cools, your shoulders tighten, your feet get cold, and the one thing you need is trapped overhead behind someone else's suitcase. Flight attendants see this constantly. Passengers ask for blankets after they packed their own layer above them. They put on shoes again because their feet are cold. They rub their arms, adjust the air vent, and spend hours uncomfortable because they dressed for the airport, not the aircraft. For travelers over 60, cold is not just annoying. Cold shoulders can become stiff shoulders. Cold feet can make swelling feel worse. A tight pullover can be awkward to remove in a cramped seat. And if the body is uncomfortable, sleep becomes lighter. The fix is to keep one soft layer at your seat before takeoff. A zip hoodie, light cardigan, scarf, or travel wrap works better than a bulky sweater stuck overhead. Keep socks, lip balm, eye drops, and water within reach. Wear shoes that can tolerate mild swelling instead of tight shoes that punish your feet in hour 8. Flight attendants do not want you digging overhead every time the cabin changes temperature. Your comfort layer should be with you, not above you. The next mistake is why some passengers bring a neck pillow, eye mask, and headphones, and still cannot sleep. Number 3. Bringing sleep items without a sleep setup. A neck pillow is not a plan. Neither is an eye mask tossed somewhere in the bag. Neither is a pair of headphones playing a podcast that keeps your brain interested for 2 more hours. Flight attendants can tell when a passenger has sleep tools but no sleep routine. The pillow is around the neck but the chin still drops. The blanket is over the seatbelt, so crew may need to wake them. The screen is glowing. The headphones are playing something with a story. The passenger keeps adjusting everything and never actually settles. That is why some travelers say, "I had everything and I still could not sleep." They had objects. They did not have a setup. The fix is to build a tiny sleep routine before the cabin gets dark. Neck support that stops your head from falling. Eye mask ready. Earplugs or boring noise ready. Seatbelt visible over the blanket. Water reachable. Layer on. Phone away before your brain starts chasing one more video. And choose boring sound. Not a thriller. Not a podcast you care about. Not songs that make you think. Use white noise, rain, low instrumental audio, or silence. Sleep on a plane is not about looking prepared. It is about removing the little things that keep waking you up. The next one is the shortcut passengers whisper about, but flight attendants know it can make arrival harder than the flight itself. Number 2. Testing a sleep aid in the air. A long flight is a terrible place to learn what a pill does to you. Some passengers take something new because a friend recommended it. Others mix a sleep aid with wine because they just want the flight to disappear. Some use melatonin at the wrong time, then wake up foggy when they need to function. Flight attendants do not need to know what someone took to see the result. The passenger is hard to wake. confused during service, unsteady walking to the lavatory, still groggy when the cabin is preparing for landing. And landing is not the end of the work. You may still need immigration, baggage claim, a connection, a ride pickup, medication timing, hotel check-in, or helping a spouse through the airport. For senior travelers, this is especially important because dizziness, confusion, and poor balance are not small problems after a long flight. They can turn the arrival airport into the hardest part of the trip. The fix is simple. Do not test a new sleep aid on the plane. If you are considering melatonin or medication for travel sleep, talk to your doctor before the trip. Know the dose, timing, side effects, and how your body reacts at home first. Never casually mix sleep aids with alcohol. Rest is only useful if you wake up safely. If you land confused, the flight did not help you. And now the final mistake happens after the plane lands, which is why most passengers never connect it to the flight. Number 1. Throwing away the first daylight. The flight does not really end at touchdown. Your body keeps adjusting after you land. Flight attendants see this too, especially on long international routes. Some passengers survive the flight, reach the hotel, close the curtains, take a huge nap, wake up at the wrong time, eat at the wrong time, and then spend the next 2 nights fighting their body clock. That first daylight after landing matters more than people think. If it is daytime at your destination, hiding in a dark hotel room can make the body more confused. If it is nighttime, blasting bright screens and staying up too late can do the same thing in the other direction. The fix is to plan your first few hours before you land. If local time says stay awake, get light, take a gentle walk, eat something normal, and keep naps short. If you must nap, set an alarm and make it a reset, not a collapse. If you land at night, protect the darkness and let your body understand that the day is over. Older travelers often need more recovery time, so the first day should not be random. Do not let the hotel bed decide your jet lag. Use the first daylight like part of the treatment. Now I'm curious, which mistake gets you most often? Coffee, the wrong seat, the heavy meal, stiff legs, or the hotel nap after landing? Tell me in the comments, because your answer may help another traveler prepare better. And if you want your next airport day and long flight to feel calmer, easier, and less exhausting, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, fly smart, rest smarter, and remember, flight attendants do not see exhaustion as bad luck. They see the mistakes passengers made hours before landing.